My name's Isaac, better known as Izzy the Bricky, and you're watching the first episode of Izzy the Bricky Weekly, sponsored by YFood. Sort my hair out so I'm looking decent for the people. Wednesday morning, back on the mansion build. Yesterday was a total washout for the team, so we didn't even bother coming in. Today, we're going to be throwing up these middle walls here. We need to bear in mind that we've got a steel going on this wall to that wall over there. We've also got a steel from this wall to a middle wall that we still need to cut out. Right now, me and Drew are going to carry on blasting on these walls, so we'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Plenty to do, lots of phone calls to make, lots of organisation to do. So we're going to crack on. Your finger, I saw you do it, you did it well. Finger there, yeah? Yeah. Control, control, up, down she goes, okay? Strength for that. It is just strength and practice. Okay, I've seen you do it, so you know how to do it. Go on, hold on. Nice one. Lovely. Finger comes out. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm looking at the line, and every other second I'm looking at the face plane, okay? Line, face plane. Feel, perfect. That wiggling motion, I'm not only getting it down to the line, but my hand is twisting, okay? It's either doing that to bring the bottom out and the top back, or it's doing that and bringing the top to the line and that slightly out, okay? It's just getting them both correct, okay? It's a skill in its own, you will get there. There we go. Gently does it, easy does it. Beautiful. Oh dear me. Architects, why do you require like this sort of nonsense? Right, what we're going to do, we are almost at 2100. I've got to put a brick on there. Downstairs, when we first took the house down, we were able to save 2 steels, what we're holding the entire house up. What we're going to do, we're going to cut the steel from this point here to this point there, and we're going to run it the entire way through, rather than having one steel there, and rather than ordering more materials, which is more expense and more time for the customer, we've already got old materials on the job. So waste not, want not, that's my old foreman used to say. Let's get this pillar supported quickly. There we go. So we've cut this old steel, which was previously supported the entire building above, so it's more than adequate. This is only holding a couple of courses and a couple of joists. Just a quick side note, I've been using and abusing this saw since I've got it from Evolution, and this is still the same blade. Amazing saw. Steel on, I didn't film anymore. What me and Drew ended up doing was loading out, pointing up. We had to take delivery of a few more steels, and we need to make some adjustments downstairs so some middle walls can go up. That's what we're going to be doing first thing in the morning. And then about 3 o'clock I had a site meeting with the customer. We went over some alterations and also we just checked to make sure that the job was running roughly on schedule, which it is. So tomorrow should be a better day. So I'll catch up with you on site tomorrow. I'm off to the gym. It's almost 9 o'clock. I've just got home from the gym. Check my emails, check my Instagram, and I've had a couple of people message me and they want to call pretty much right now, talking about an extension that could potentially be starting. So this is all the behind the scenes things you don't really see when I'm just laying bricks on site. Thursday afternoon, and we blasted up this block work this morning, made a few alterations downstairs which I can't be bothered to even go over. Right now I've just set my pad stone to the height what was needed, which is 2 meters 538 millimeters. I like to use solid blues whenever we do a padstone. I've got another padstone to set over here. So yeah, we're going to do that in a little bit. Right now we're just going to work around the building. We're going to finish that doorway, we're going to put the lintel on, and we're just going to work our way out. As you know, YFood has been sponsoring the channel for a while now. Things you should already know, but I'm going to tell you again. Each bottle contains 500 calories. It's a full meal replacement in an entire bottle. Something else I always tell you guys about YFood is that it contains 26 vitamins and minerals, and it contains a load of protein. Something really decent about YFood is that you can have it when you're on the go. Like myself and Drew, we are busy, always trying to lay. So YFood is a perfect meal replacement when you've just not got time to run to the shop and grab some food. Like always, if you guys like the sound of YFood, use my link in the description to save yourself 10% at checkout, and a massive thank you to YFood for supporting the channel. So we're just sitting on our first lintel, which is designed for a 9-inch cavity. As you can see, we've got 100mm plate there, we've got the upstand, and then we've got another 100mm on the back. Put a tiny bit of compo on the back of the blockwork, 150mm bearing, tap it down, sorted. Slide my end in first because I've toothed out for it. Right, half letter in. Okay. I'm already on. So you. Fantastic. Hold on, mate. Sorry, babe. We've got loads of air in there. Got 200mm that side, 150mm this side. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Perfect. Green, yeah boy. But whenever we're laying over a lintel, especially when we're doing block work, a couple of little tips. First tip, when you spread your bed, you always pull the muck away from the back of the lintel, okay? Just like that. So when we put our material down, whether it's brick or block, when we push down, no compo ends up pushing against the lintel and then shoving our work over, okay? So that's something we like to do. We also always wiggle down when we're building over a lintel. If we start bashing down, if I start hitting this block here, it will wiggle and push down all of my work over there. So whenever we lay on a lintel, blocks, bricks, we wiggle everything down. Sand. Good morning. It is Friday. It's about 10:30 in the morning. Myself and Drew this morning finally finished this room and had a quick tidy up. Don't look too much at that there. Stuck all the bricks on to joist height, which is 2 meters, 538 millimeters. So this room is pretty much done. A few days ago, I mentioned that I had a meeting with the client and we spoke about a few alterations. One of the alterations is once again moving this door. Now, a few videos ago before Christmas, we set it out at 1500. The client came to myself and Drew and said, I want it about a meter. So we made it a meter, we've toothed out and sorted it. And now he's come to us and said, once again, he wants it changing. He wants it still a meter, but just 400 mil that way. So at some point we're going to do that, whether it's today or another day. I'm still waiting for the lintel for this one and this one. So whether or not we get it done today, I don't know. At the moment, we are building up that corner there. I've already set it to underside of joist height. Me and Drew also loaded out the entire job with blocks this morning, and I've been on the phone ordering materials and speaking to people. We've got another 150, maybe 200 blocks coming later on today. So busy day. We're going to try and see what we get done. So yes. Oh, come this side, Rick.
There we go. Bang God!
Monday morning on the mansion build. This morning I had a site meeting with the joiner. He popped over just to see exactly where all the wall plates go in, how many timbers we need, all that sort of stuff. Now we're just throwing up this final middle wall. We've done all of our beam fill, but you can't actually see that. In a little while we're going to build the padstone here. We're going to stick a lintel on there to here as well. And then we're going to work on bringing up all of the steels. We've got 4 steels downstairs. Myself and Drew need to get them up here safely and quickly. So me and Drew are going to figure that out later on. But for now, we're going to throw this corner up and then we're going to have some lunch. So what we're going to do now, I'm setting this corner up. I've sent Drew back downstairs to go throw a mix on. Then we're both going to work together and get a load more blocks up so we can carry on blasting this wall. Just speaking to Drew about this, there's quite a lot of things you guys don't see behind the scenes. So it doesn't look like I've done a lot today in terms of block work. But what you don't see and what you haven't seen on the last few days I've been working here, it's the multiple phone calls I make, organising materials, men, the job as a whole, liaising with the customer, and all of these calls take a lot of time, and it stops me from laying. So if I'm on the phone to people chasing materials or speaking to a client, the job's not progressing too much because I'm not waving my trowel about. So we're going to try and focus the rest of today to not make any more phone calls and just really push this job on the best we can anyway. There it is. Yes, Drew. Where are you, bro?
Yeah, man.
Yes. Right. Me and Drew now are going to take up this steel here. Where is it, Drew? There it is. That steel there. We need to take up these two steels. And then, luckily for us, the big 5 metre steel's already up there. So, yeah. Right, let's try and do this, yeah? Yeah! Easy, sound. Now. Now. I need to cock it up and get it up there. I might switch the camera off for this part. Sand. Easy, easy peasy, Drew. Ain't nothing but a peanut. Good work. Me and Drew ended up sitting this steel on quite easily with some muscles. I've just built the splits over it, and we also did the splits over that lintel there, what we sat on earlier. Right now, we're going to cover everything up because it's meant to be -4 tonight, so it's going to drop real bad. So we need to make sure all of our work is protected. We're also going to cover up all of the sand downstairs to make sure that's not frozen for tomorrow. And then tomorrow will probably be one of the final days. We're still waiting on the lintels on the back, but tomorrow it's just going to be putting steels on everywhere. We'll put that steel on in there, build the rest of this wall up, steel on here. So just a lot of heavy lifting tomorrow, but nothing me and Drew can't handle. So we're going to catch you guys in the morning. Sand. Right. Me and Drew are working on getting this, what is it, 5 metres?
Yeah.
About 5 metres steel, about 200 kilos, up onto these trestles and onto that padstone there and there, because it's about, what is it, -5, -4 at the moment. So we'll also have a quick time lapse and get this up. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, man. No way.
Baltic. That's the only word to describe yesterday. It was -5 when me and Drew turned up yesterday. So even though it was absolutely freezing, we're still able, state of my hair, we're still able to utilise our time on site. What we were able to do is pull up the 4 big steels which are down at the bottom of the site, so I was able to pull them up onto the scaffold and then into the floor we're stood on right now. Was able to sit on a big steel which is about 5 meters, and then finally when the temperature rose to about 3 degrees at about 1:30, 2 o'clock, was able to build a couple of pad stones, send up this 4-inch wall just a bit, just so that today when we sit our steels on, all the pad stones have gone off and everything is ready to rock and roll. So me and Drew are on the final push. As you can see behind me, we ended up building that wall, making sure all the pad stones are ready for the steels to go on in a little bit. We're now on the final push. We've set all of our lintels on and we're going to blast on the last bit of block work up to height before we are ready for the wall plate to sit on. So another 5 minutes doing this and then we're going to be lifting some steels. Bang! Right, myself and Drew have just got the entire job up to wall plate. We've humped up all of the timbers. In a bit we're going to be sitting them on. Right now we are going to sit on this steel there, and then we're also going to come around here and we're also going to sit on this steel where we sat the pad stone. So right now we're going to set some trestles up, use some muscles, and it shouldn't take too long. Right, let's do it. So me and Drew have just sat on all of the steels. We've measured back from the centre of the steel to the block work. Everything works perfectly with centre of pad stones as well. So right now we're just going to dob on all the wall plate and then that job is going to be handed over to the joiner. So not long on this job left, which is really good. So bit of cutting, bit of joinery by IzzyTheBricky. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, almost there. Coming close to Izzy the joiner. Okay, so here we've got our wall plate. It is a thickness of 75mm. When we bed wall plate on, what we always like to do is have a half lap. So that means we're going to cut back 100mm, okay? Then we get a square. So first of all, our 100mm bearing, okay? So this is set to 100mm, so I don't have to measure it. We're going to score it like that, okay? I'm going to chase this mark all the way around. Okay, so there's that. Next, we need the overlap, what I just spoke about. Okay, so the overlap is going to be 100mm, and then we just need to get rid of half of this section. So half of 75 is 37.5. I drew it on the calculator earlier. Okay, so I'm just going to mark that. I've already got it marked on here. Connect those two lines up. This part of the timber is going to go. I'm going to cut another one exactly the same as this, and then they're going to lap together. So I'm going to cut this and we'll see how we get on. The only problem is I've not got a handsaw to cut that. So I've cut it all the way around perfectly, but I've not got the handsaw to get that last little bit. Then we get a brick hammer. That's how we do it. That works. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, sound. Well, you can tell I'm a bricklayer. There we go. So that's it. So now imagine I'll have another piece just like that, and then when we bed this on, one piece will sit here, and they'll both lap onto each other really nicely. So, you know, joiners don't cry, okay? I'm a bricklayer. There we go, that is a wrap. Me and Drew sat on all of the wall plate. We've also sat on all of the steels this week, built all the internal walls up to the required height. Now we're going to be handing the job over to the joiner, who's going to be setting on all of the joists and all of the roof timbers, and we'll be back next week at some point. Anyway, on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of IzzyTheBricky Weekly. Obviously, a lot more production quality and things like that. So if you guys did enjoy the video, please let me know in the comment section below. And on that note, we'll catch you guys in episode 2 next week.